everyone. Thank you for zooming in with us today. I am here with the one and only Account Director Abduh. And as you can see, we are still working from home because of the circuit breaker. But today, we'd like to share about how we have been supporting our clients. So Abduh, please tell us, how has working from home been like for you?
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for having me today. Well, working from home has been pretty much different, but it's been great. It's been great. We are still very much doing whatever that we need to be doing, calling our clients, still being very active internally with with the team members and with dealing with our clients.
That's good, that's good. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Abdul actually leads the account managers in our agency. So a while ago, I had a Zoom call with Miraj, our PPC team lead, about support marketing and how businesses should use this time to reassure their customers and build trust. I'll leave a link in the comments if you haven't checked it out yet. But as an agency that provides B2B solutions for many businesses like this, how important is it for your team of account managers not only to manage clients but also to support them during this difficult period?
Well, I think it's very important, especially during this period, right? Because things are very uncertain. I think Miraj and Callum has shared previously certain industries that has actually been hard hit by this whole situation, and also some industries that has been seeing this as an opportunity, has seen massive growth when it comes to their business during this whole situation. So if I could just zoom into one particular business sector, which is the retail sector, right? They are starting to see the effects of this whole situation because we currently are in the circuit breaker mode. So a lot of our clients within this industry itself has started to reach out to myself, reach out to my AMs to see whether we can provide some flexibility for them. So in terms of, pausing their campaigns, in terms of maybe looking into a smaller management fee, or even looking at extending their credit terms. So what we've been doing is that we've been trying to communicate with them in a way that's very transparent as to the trajectory of their marketing if they were to take on certain approach. But what we want to do is to make sure that they understand the full nature of what they want to take on. So if they were to pause the campaign, we want to make sure that they know that in the long run, there will be certain effects, but even within the short run, if it's only going to help in terms of the cost effectiveness and stuff like that, we want to make sure that they understand the full nature of what they're taking on.
Okay, so I think it must be pretty challenging for your team considering the huge amount of clients we are serving to date.
Yep.
So yeah, I think you brought up a good point about being flexible, and I understand that, as account managers, it's important for our agency to be not only flexible but also transparent, because I think honesty is the best policy, and I think during this time it's important for clients to really understand how their campaign is doing, and once they get better understanding, I think it will be easier for us to work together with them to come up with a strategy that will be effective during these unpredictable times. So we have a question on one of our previous videos about SEO tips and how businesses ought to strategize. So I'd like to hear from how your team is supporting our clients in this aspect.
Okay, so there's two parts of this, right? Because internally, we are doing all we can to try to support the clients. So what we are doing is that the AMs are actually, having a conversation with the sales team to see how we can craft out the best packages or the most suitable packages that clients can take on board during this whole situation. So we want to make sure that we give as much value as possible. And with regards to supporting the client campaigns that are currently existing, we are always having conversation with tech on how we can actually provide additional recommendations, additional strategies to try to address this entire situation, because there's a lot of things that has to change when you are in a crisis like this, right? Businesses have to be a bit more dynamic. We can't be static in terms of how we approach marketing. We need to make sure that we are very much adaptable and try to pivot whenever there's something as big as this whole crisis that's affecting a lot of business nowadays. So that's what we are trying to do internally. But when it comes to external communications with clients, we want to make sure that we share with them the importance of still looking into marketing, not dropping off entirely when it comes to marketing, and making sure that they are more adaptable to their strategy. So if I could share my screen, right, this is something that I always emphasize to my account managers to share with their clients whenever they have such conversations. Just give me a while. This is something that we actively share with clients whenever they reach out to us, ask us if there's any solutions for them during this entire COVID situation. So what we do is we always lead them back to their initial objectives of why they actually sign up with us, why they actually start a digital marketing strategy or digital marketing campaign with us. So we look into what channels they are currently on. So be it SEO, be it using paid media, be it using even social media and content, right? There's a few things that they can do in order to pivot and make sure that they are more effective during this whole period. So to give you an example, SEO is pretty much straightforward. We need to be active or we need to consistently run SEO because it's something that's long term. But when it comes to paid media, usually clients come on board with the focus of getting conversions, getting leads and sales. So during this period, we need to be a bit more sensitive. So we will ask them to actually change or shift their tactics a bit more towards amplifying content, towards communications with clients. And same goes for social media and content. When previously they are more focused on maybe highlighting the product and features, right now we want to make sure that they come up with valuable content that is sympathetic and more relevant to the target audience that they're facing now.
Okay.
So, yeah, if I could give an example, right? Nike, what they've done previously, they have more focused on showing off their new products, their shoes, for example. But now they are more focused on maybe providing online or home workouts that's more relatable to their target audience at this moment.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. So I'll stop sharing the screen now, and yeah, okay. So thank you so much for that, Abduh. I think it's very encouraging to our viewers who might be feeling a little bit uncertain. What's important now is not only to be flexible, but is to be dynamic and to respond to these changes as soon as they happen for across multiple platforms. So before we end the video, if you are feeling anxious about the pandemic, trust me, many of us are. But hey, we're all human, so it's important for you as a viewer to stay strong, stay safe, but also make use of the right tools and the right strategies to tide over this period. So thank you again, Abduh, for the informative session. Do remember
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
And leave a comment if in the comments section below if you have any questions. Till then, stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.